chores all done. See the frost in the meadows, sparkle in the sun. Honey, round up the kids, gonna have a little fun. Gonna make some cider today. Everyone grab a bucket or an old grain sack. Throw on a sweatshirt, a Red Sox hat. Load up the pickup, the kids in the back. Gonna drink those troubles away. Well, the sweet, sweet cider running from the press. You talk about heaven, well, you can't beat this. Milk and your honey and your sparkling wine. Give me cider any old time.
I'd like to welcome you to the Cold Hollow Cider Mill. I'm Paul Brown. I'm the owner of the mill along with my wife Gail. On behalf of my wife, children, and the staff at Cold Hollow, we'd like to take this opportunity to show you some of the products offered here at the mill, including a look at our time-proven rack and cloth method of pressing apple cider, what we call the fresh juice of New England.
When the labor is done, I stand and listen.
When the nights are cool and the days are warm and the leaves begin to change, it's apple picking time in Vermont.
In the setting sun, only the robin's song drifting through the trees. On a gentle breeze, I'll take the hills and the valleys full of sunshine. I'll take the long days working with my hands. I'll take the fields and the forest in the moonlight.
After picking, the apples are brought to packing houses where they are washed and sorted throughout the year. They are then trucked to the cider mill in large 20-bushel bins. We press many varieties of apples to create Cold Hollow cider, the principal types being McIntosh, Delicious, Cortland, and Spartan. Apple cider was once considered a drink to be enjoyed only in the fall, but with modern apple storage techniques, apple cider is available all year. It is unfiltered, unsweetened, and pasteurized. Therefore, everyone can enjoy the benefits of the apple as a delicious beverage, hot or cold.
With my hands I'll take the fields and the forest in the moonlight.
The apples are carried up the elevator where they are washed one final time and dropped into a high-speed grinder. The entire apple is pulverized into a fine mash called pumice and pumped through our Sanifeed system to the press, where it is stacked layer upon layer on our press carts. Each layer is set up by first putting down a press rack and a square form. Over that form we unfold a press cloth, and we fill it carefully with pumice. These cloths act as our primary strainer, because the cider flows through the cloth, yet the fiber of the apple remains inside. Each layer contains approximately 135 pounds of apples. A full batch contains 2,400 pounds and yields about 200 gallons of cider. 12 pounds of apples are needed to produce 1 gallon of cider. Once the layer is filled, the cloth is folded over the filling, the form is removed, and another layer is added. After 17 or 18 layers, we are ready for the heart of the operation, the press.
I'll take the long days.
The cart is rolled in place and slow, steady pressure is applied with a hydraulic piston rising from the bottom. The press produces 2,500 pounds per square inch of pressure, and after 30 minutes, the batch is completely pressed. This historic press was designed and built, like many rack and cloth presses, prior to Prohibition in the early 1900s. We have since modernized it to meet today's standards.
Listen to the silence all around. There's not a sound.
When fully pressed out, all that remains in each layer is the fiber of the apple. This apple pulp is fed to area livestock. The cider collects in a vat and is pumped to our pasteurizer. As the cider moves through the heat exchanger, it is rapidly heated to 165 degrees and then quickly cooled. This flash pasteurization process ensures the quality of the product while protecting the fresh squeezed taste, appearance, and richness of Cold Hollow apple cider. After pasteurization, the cider is transferred to refrigerated stainless steel bulk tanks in our bottling room. The cider is now ready to be bottled. Empty bottles move along the conveyor where they are filled, capped, and packaged, ready to be shipped. Apple cider is a perishable product and needs to be refrigerated. Because of this, cider is made fresh daily and shipped immediately to area markets.
Long days working with my hands, I'll take the fields and the forest in the moonlight.
Fresh apple cider is also used in the making of a very unique product, pure cider jelly. It was a staple of early New England settlers, allowing them to utilize the apple year-round. With the advent of refrigeration and pasteurization, this product nearly disappeared. The reintroduction of this natural, nutritious, pure cider jelly has enabled many people to rediscover this forgotten taste. Cider jelly is made much the same way as maple syrup. Fresh apple cider is boiled down until it reaches the proper consistency and is immediately drawn off the heat. As it cools in a jar, it gels on its own without any sugar or pectin added.
To each his own. Let the great ambitions drive the great men on.
Apples are also popular for cooking and baking. Here we are peeling and coring apples for our bakery.
And I'll just tend my little peaceful plot of earth. For all it's worth, I'll take the hills and the valleys full of sunshine. I'll take the long days working with my hands.
Turnovers, cobbler, pies, granola, scones, and muffins are just a few of the wonderful desserts that can be created using the versatile apple. People of all ages enjoy the wonderful taste of delicious, natural, Cold Hollow apple cider.
To each his own. Let the great ambitions drive the great men on. From dawn to dawn, I'll stay at home. And I'll just tend my little peaceful plot of earth. For all it's worth, I'll take the hills and the valleys full of sunshine. I'll take the long days working with my hands. I'll take the fields and the forest in the moonlight. I'll take my chances living from the land. I'll take my chances living from the land.